Welcome back to Essential Setups. This time we're looking at Viper on Split. Let's start out with A site defense. First up, we have a one-way smoke for A main. You'll want to line up on the corner of this tile by the ramp. Aim up to this line on the wall and about 2/3 of the way to the left. You can play off this smoke from the left, but the right side is a bit exposed. If you want to smoke to help get more control of A main, you can line up in this corner. Aim for where these two lights on the roof intersect. This will help prevent the enemy from pushing into A main and give you an opportunity to play aggressively. You can get the same smoke from on site if you don't want to play from heaven. Line up at the left side of this blue light and aim down until your UI is pointing at this line. Moving on to A offense, you can get a one-way smoke for the top of ramp by walking to the left of this trash can. Aim at the top of this white corner and throw. This forces the ramp player to play at a wider angle. You can smoke off heaven by jumping onto the right side of this bench. Aim up from this line on the wall, run, and throw. This blocks the whole door of heaven and lets you redeploy it when the enemy tries to retake the site. If you want to smoke off the back door of a site, line up on this crack in the wall. Aim up to this dark notch and down to where this dark paneling is. Run for a moment and throw. This smokes off the back door and also the hallway at the back of site. For an easy to execute toxic screen on A, you can line up on this panel on the wall. Aim into the sky and get the line on your minimap to aim at the corner of sight, then shoot. This wall blocks vision at A ramp and also the cubby under heaven and the door at the back of sight. Be sure to smoke off heaven as well. If you want to flush out the rafters part of heaven, jump up behind this box of grapple. Aim between the tip of this tree and the corner to the left. You can get a snakebite on A ramp by standing in front of this trash can. Aim up and at the bottom left tip of this light. If you get the spike down, you can line up at this arrow. Aim for the crack in this wall and throw. This smoke will force the opponent to defuse while blind, giving you an easy shot because you can still see their feet. On split, Viper's ult is best used on A site. Aim where the left patch of grass lines up with the longer patch here. This ult gives a teammate a safe spot to lurk in this corner and cuts off both of the entrances to site with smoke. For B site defense, you can stand on the left part of this rectangle. Aim up and in the middle of the triangle pattern of metal here and throw. This gives a nice one-way smoke for B main. If you stand in this corner, you can set up a nice defensive wall. Aim up and in the middle of these bits of wood. Make sure you are to the right side of the inner set of shingles. This wall blocks vision of sight and lets you see anyone pushing out as they cross. If they try to peek you, they will have a very shallow angle, so you'll be able to see them first. For offense, if you want to smoke for heaven, you can line up in this small corner on these boxes. Aim above the middle of this green paneling and throw. This smoke blocks all of heaven from seeing onto site.
Poison's off. Poison orb emitting.
If you get the spike down and plant in this corner, you can smoke off the spike by aiming at the middle of this crack on the wall.
Poison orb emitting.
Like on A site, this forces the opponent to defuse while blind, and can also give a one-way smoke looking into CT spawn. For an offensive wall, you can line up on this crack. Aim for the top of this building, and just to the left of it. This wall blocks off most of the site, and lets you get into better position before clearing it.
Toxins going up.
Use this with the Heaven Smoke.
Toxin screen down.
If you decide to ult on B, this cross pattern on the ground is a good spot.
Don't get in my way.
It will block off a rotate from CT and gives a decent bit of coverage around the site. If you want to play at mid, you can stand in this corner. Aim in the middle of this gray beam at the height of this crack on the wall. This gives a nice one-way for anyone pushing up through mid.
Poison orb emitting.
If you want a more aggressive smoke, you can line up on this corner wall. Aim halfway up this bit of wood and throw.
Poison orb emitting.
This gives you a nice one-way smoke for Ramen. On offense, you can get a smoke for ropes by lining up on this dark streak. Aim just to the right of this notch on the pipe, then throw.
Poison orb emitting.
You can also smoke off mailroom from here. Line up on the middle of this pillar and aim at the G on this crane. Hold backwards until you are in the corner, and then run forward, throwing when your crosshair crosses the shingles on the roof.
Poison orb emitting.
For a wall that can help you split mid to A, line up on this corner. Aim at the top right bit of this tower and shoot. This will block off mailroom and help you push to A site.
Toxins going up.
You can also split mid to B. Line up at the left bit of this wooden beam, then aim up and at this beam of light in the background. This wall will split off ropes from mid and allow a player to stand by the doors to sewers and catch anyone pushing through the wall with a safe angle.
Toxins going up.
And that's it for Viper on Split, and Viper in general, at least until they add new maps. If you want to check out my other Viper guides, you can find them in this playlist. If you want to see more content in the future, be sure to subscribe and leave a like. It really helps people find content like this. Either way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.